Hey everybody, welcome back. We're on the weekly, right? Yeah. I've not been good at this weekly. I'll just own that. I'll just say that up front. I'm still trying to figure out, shall we say, a mental model for what animals are good, what animals are bad. You know what? There's a lot of great names here. I don't need to go through the rigmarole of telling you what they all are. You can do it yourself. We're alive. They're dead. That seems fantastic. Look at this. I have done some 10 wins with this pack, but it's been very inconsistent. Let's put it that way. Would love to see another mosquito. I'll tell you what, I'll live with this, and then an ant. We're basically playing this. It's pack 3. We're playing like it's a pack 1 world. Give it a chance. 3 mosquitoes. I'm not thrilled. It seems like they probably did a little bit better than me. Yeah, we were 1 animal shy on that one. That's okay. Note to self, 3 mosquitoes beats 3 ants, but it's not like we had a choice there. Now the goldfish, whew, I think there's some interest with like a snail. Nice little juicy buff. A cell. And then a very temporary double goldfish that makes a pivot. I mean, this ant is only going to cost 1 gold. It makes a pivot very easy. Now, the stats aren't amazing, but the stats are not that bad when you consider that we're still in the very, very, very early game. We're actually going to win this one. And that's a win with future proofing built in because of these 2 goldfish helping out our economy. So, I like an ant for 1 gold. Would I add a tabby cat for 1 gold? Yeah, I would probably consider that to be a worthwhile endeavor. And then we get a nice juicy buff just thusly. It's only temporary, but still. Now, if we can get some animals we really like here, that would be okay. I think more meat on our ant, maybe. We don't want any of those animals at the front. Now, do we want a 1-cost peacock? For the time being, I'm going to say no. What we're really hoping to see is a 3rd goldfish so we can do a little combination here without paying a heavy toll. I gotta tell, this is looking fantastic. Everything's coming up Millhouse right now. That one wasn't even close. It's not like our goldfish were gonna stop, you know, any danger that we were in, but now here, a 1-cost duck, we would probably snooze on. I would probably roll and say that that's unfortunate. I would freeze that for the future. I would give a goldfish some meat. That equipment can really help us out while we're looking for some support. Interesting. We would love the level this time, but we'd have to roll a 4 squad. I think we're better off just doing like this. Sure, that's actually a great freeze. Now, do we care for a tabby cat? Maybe at this point we say no. We keep a snail around as our cheap date just in case. We didn't improve that much here, but we didn't fall behind by much either. And keep in mind, we crushed our last round. Okay, so we're learning something. The meat respecters have logged on in a big way. We're going to lose this one by a pinch. Where we ran goldfish, they ran rabbits, and that's okay. So what do we love? Certainly love this. Probably we do buy. Probably we sell you in order to add you. Then you cost 1 gold, which is crazy town. You get sold. You cost 1 gold, which is still also crazy town because this goldfish is popping off right now. Then, I mean, I'm a simple man. Let's start with a salad bowl. You're kind of, I was just going to say, you're hoping it hits tabby. You're probably buying a flamingo to pill next time, and you're saying my squad statistically actually looks pretty good, but I gotta tell you, it's a puzzling weekly. I haven't figured out what I'm looking for 100% yet, but when I see it, I know it. I don't think Tabby was just there. It just happened to exist at the right time for us. It's very hard for me here to not buy a porcupine, like a can, then a 1-cost porcupine. Actually, it would be hard for me to do it, apparently, because the servers are having some issues. Now, the Porcupine, you can see it right there. It does 6 damage to the pet that hurt the Porcupine. I feel like if you can get its stats to pop off, particularly health, this is like an anti-Rhino in a good way. And I think let's get the Goldfish pop in here as well, because we know that's sticking around. Will we be able to do that? That I don't know. But I do think it's interesting. I would love to keep you frozen. I would love to just purchase you as ballast right now. Food seems less of a priority for us right now, but sure, I'll freeze 2 pairs until we get like... you're so cheap too. Like, it's such an easy way to get experience. We can get a 4-cost chocolate early. That seems pretty solid to me. Okay, you need to die. That's happening, and we're winning. I don't believe it, man. Now, every time I take a Porcupine, it never works out, but maybe this is the exception that proves the rule. We did not lose this round, so get that out of here. Me, personally, we could get a level 2 Porcupine so easily. Unfreeze these, combine the Dolphins. Let me get a buy, then a sell. That was 1 cost. Yeah. Then take experience. Now, I could save some money on you next time. I'd rather get the level 2 right away. Now, the Goldfish we're just going to keep around. It is you know what? I think garlic on you, even though it's obviously a 4-squad run here, it's interesting. Because I was thinking maybe we'd rather roll 2 Goldfish and then the first 2 things we see in the shop are free. That's another interesting way to play it. Don't get me wrong. Hold on. Get owned. You're taking my food. Whatever. Big whoop. Big whoop. We're still pogging. That takes us to 6. No joke. Up to this point, this is probably like the best run I've ever had with this setup. Now, we don't really want to give anything else the Porcupine stats and vice versa right now. A Lionfish is just nuts. Let's freeze it. Go ahead. We'll freeze the Lionfish so that in the future... it'll cost less. I mean, it'll cost 0 next turn. Now, a Lioness is always interesting too, isn't it? I think with the amount of HP we have, we could just buy a Lioness. And then we're probably pivoting off of our Ant when the shop gets strong enough, if we live that long. And we're probably pivoting off of our Dolphin. Are you seeing this this green pepper cat here? I mean, that's an insane tabby. You just got to put some respect on it. That's an unbelievable team. Now we're on lethal, and the Lioness looks a little silly. But I'm okay with it. I think you're going to sell a Dolphin, take a 0-cost Lionfish. We're going to buff a Peacock. We're going to stick to the plan. You're going to be frozen to be better for us next time. We can can up a little bit. Now, you got a 13-7. There is a part of me that says maybe you take a Moose here, and you give a permanent 3-3 backwards with an 11-10 instead. And you know what? I kind of liked it. I'm not willing to roll because the roll scares the crap out of me. We're going to give you a little extra attack. Because if we got something lower than a tier 3, it would lower the buff that we gave out. But hold on. Leveled. Oh, but you're weak. You're still weak. I'm weak. You got a green pepper? We win these? I don't believe it. I was fully prepared to be embarrassed. That's win number 7. And the Lioness just gets better. Just give it a second. It's just working the server lag through. It didn't expect us to be alive. I didn't expect to be alive. That makes 2 of us. So we're going to get an insanely cheap Lionfish. And by insanely cheap, I mean free. It would be an interesting dilemma if having more Goldfish, and I don't know, maybe it does work like this. What if having more Goldfish allowed you to get a rebate when you bought things? Then you pair it with a goat and you go infinite. Hold on. We know we want this. For now, we sell a Moose. We could buy one back later. That's the beauty of our economy. The Porcupine's getting as strong as possible, as fast as possible. You can make our Porcupine a tier 3. What would it do at tier 3? Deal 12 damage back. I'm willing to freeze it and think about it. Why don't you take a 3-3 buff here? Okay. I don't see anything else that interests me that much. But you know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I see a green pepper. But on what? Yeah, nothing here. I mean, the lionfish is probably the answer. I would roll and look for something game-changing. 2/2 buff on a 13/12. Nah, man. Let's go with a level... I mean, level 3 lionfish could be good. We have 3 gold remaining. How did that happen? Take a salad real quick. We're going to have a level 3 peacock. Sorry, porcupine. It's going to have 27 HP. My lionfish is dead. That's horrendous news. The math did not work out for us at all. Okay. I think we learned a lesson there. We learned something in the early game, and then we got bodied at the late game transition. Good to know. We know Ant is good enough. Cockroach will do work for us in the early game. That is one thing I have learned from this weekly. Round 1 might be a little bit scuffed, but that's okay. Unintended bone. Gotta be a 7 out of 10. Name, if not higher. It's all coming down to ant luck. Oh! Toasty! Okay, good stuff. Give me another. I'm not totally sold on the seahorse. I'd be buying it just to be a 2/3. Honestly, I think I'd rather have a 3/4 right now with a little mosquito. And the mosquito we're buying to get a win this round, we're hoping it snipes an ant or makes a difference, which is like a pretty... You're really swinging for the fences when you do that. But I also don't want to give bacon to anything because, I mean, the ant is likely to be pilled, and the cockroaches remove the buff at the start of the next turn. So, like, we might as well take advantage of a 1-turn 3/5 and then level next time, and then I think we can stay at 4. It totally worked. My devilish plan came to fruition. Many people are saying this, and we win. That's 2 clean wins. The unintended bones versus the naughty nuts. A classic matchup. How about one of these? You're not what I'm looking for. Take some meat, and now we got an 8/6 backing us up. Nobody has a hurt trigger. You know what? I think we're in win now. Like, our mode, dus operandi, is win right now. So, we take a stray cat and we buy foods. As long as it makes sense, we keep it rolling. And the meat is just a good purchase to begin with. It's always going to serve you well. I love this. I love this. There you go. Now, this is a strat we've done before. We've run it on, you know, expansion pack 1. If it works, you're loving life. If it doesn't work, as soon as it stops working, you're already dead. It's too late for you. Now, truth be told, I would love to give you a cupcake because I think you could use some more attack. But for the time being, let's just give you some permanent bonuses because you're going to be a permanent 11/3, which is actually 16/3 right now, which to me makes you look like the dream candidate. You're going to steal my meat, but we still won. It makes you look like the dream candidate for like a late game green pepper. Now, we want to see things we already got. I mean, are we really going... I guess we're going 2 cockroaches and then a salad bowl. It hit the right unit. We were hoping to see another cockroach. Freeze me a salad. I don't know where we're going with this. It's not great. But for right now, it's certainly getting the job done. I think the main reason it's getting the job done is because... Oh, we're drawing. That's a bad sign, man, because this team needs to win. I just don't know what we should be getting right now, I guess. Now, you having meat, I'll admit a cucumber would be nice too, but let's try a quick salad. That's horrible. Surely we're reaching a point where, like, one of you should be pilled. That's so bad. And I don't know. I guess we are going in on the stray cat. Sure, give me a 5/3 right there. I don't know. And then it doesn't make any sense at all. What you're doing makes no sense. Okay, so we're getting a level 3 cockroach next turn. Technically, we could cucumber 1 stray cat. The level 3 Cockroach, the dream for us, and it's like a unlikely sort of outcome. This team is insane, holy cow. Is that the level up gives us the unit that we build the rest of our run around right here. In some ways, okay. Give me a crocodile. Give me a... I mean, I want a level 2 stray cat, but we'll wait a turn just so we're not, you know, too screwed here. I don't think we want a crow. Crocodile is doing what he does. Lynx, we can start to talk about a lynx, but we're going to be starting to talk about lethality pretty soon too. The great thing about a crocodile, if we make it to the late game, it's going to crush lionfish, which is fantastic news. Because the lionfish is insanely good right now. And always. We're back on the winning side. Level 2 stray cat coming in. This seems like a possibly great time to take this. It's early enough. Can me. Sell an ant. Run a moose in front of your cat. It has just the best stats right now. Unfreeze this cat. He doesn't need to hit level 3. We're going to roll and freeze good animals. We're going to roll. Now, I would rather have the lynx out there, but we get a free 4/4 buff if we just buy a mosquito instead. So you know what? For now, sure. And then you guys can be unfrozen. Although I kind of want to run, I don't know, maybe a rooster is actually a worthwhile buff in our future. Now, we didn't get any buffs from our stray cat, which is actually a tabby. This team is too good. There's no shame in admitting it. It happens from time to time. A lot of parrots in this meta, right? A lot of parrot dolphin, parrot lynx. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like now moose has a chance to go off. We're going to pivot to our green pepper. We're going to freeze good animals. This is all good enough. I would say get unfrozen. And actually freeze the whole shop. And look for chocolate in the food shop. No food shop chocolate, huh? You gotta go. I don't know what I'm doing. Every time I take the moose, this happens. I structure the whole run around getting a 4/4 buff for free that actually costs me, you know, the game. Because I'm investing all of my rerolls into getting the 4/4 buff instead of buying things. But look at that. We got to 6. It's something. The chocolate was what we're looking for. Okay. 5s and 6s get saved. Now you buff 2 pets. Make sure you're buffing something that can actually take the buff. Now, I don't think the porcupine is the play here. An eagle, I think, would pop. You know what? Why don't you buy me an eagle? Keep an eagle frozen. Roll. Definitely roll again. Definitely roll again. Freeze me. Roll again and pray. So we're going to give a 2/2 buff backwards. That's horrendous. But we do have an eagle. We do have another eagle frozen. There is that. Sure, it doesn't seem fantastic. Even the badger, we didn't screw up their game too bad. You hate to see that. How we doing here? Badly. Badly is the answer. Not well would be the secondary answer. I don't think the dragon... I mean, dragon v dragon looks like lizard wins. But we're still living. And 6 wins is respectable. I'm not trying to, like, bake in disappointment. But, like, hold on. This is a great efficiency buff for us here. Would be great with the rabbit, too. We're kind of sunk in right now. I mean, sure, I'll take a 4/4 buff going backwards to 2 units. Unfreeze me, unfreeze me. 4/4 is not enough to really change the game right now, but you're stealing nothing. We love to see that. Are we breaking your Stegosaurus? No, not quite. I mean, they killed a lot of our units. We're in trouble. We drew. That's merciful. Now, let me tell you, I think we would actually love to sell a crocodile. Or maybe we sell a cockroach now, be realistic. and use your tiger to buff an eagle so that it becomes level 3. And then you don't need to purchase another eagle, but you can keep this stuff frozen and go a little deeper. Nothing. Nothing. Maybe a green... You know what? What about a green pepper on our moose? And then roll once. We have to keep rolling. That's good enough. Freeze this. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We don't need you anymore if we're keeping the tiger. Oh, but stop rolling. Okay, we should. I'm lazy. Roll me, because we don't want honey. We don't want a pill. Sure, that's good enough. Unfreeze me. Unfreeze me. Unfreeze me. Unfreeze me. Unfreeze me. Roll me. So we're gonna have a level 3 eagle. Does that do enough for us? Yeah, maybe if it spits out like an orca, that then spits out an orca. That then spits out an orca. Good, incredible green pepper. It worked. 7 wins. Ice cream me. Freeze your tier 6. Freeze a 6. Take a green pepper. I would say freeze a 4. Freeze a 6. We roll in a 3? Yes. We're rolling a 4. I'm going to say no. Because the thing is now, from this turn onwards, we actually might like tiger at the front, walrus behind, so that we get 3 death touch. Okay, they got a level 3 hippo. These are scary times. Not that scary, though. This would be unprecedented. Like, to bail ourselves out of a nightmare like this, I should have unfrozen the whole shop, by the way, or most of it. You gotta go. You come in, you create a level 3 walrus, you guys all get death touch, and you spawn a unit on death. Keep your 6s frozen for now. Keep a 5 frozen. Buff a tabby cat. It's like, it's very ambitious. Keep your 6s. Honestly, I would run with this and just buy some soft serve. It's a nice distributed buff. Get everything out of there. A happy medium? Are we encountering a happy medium? Maybe. The Long Island medium, mayhaps? Whatever. Okay, it's less good than whatever, but it's not that bad. Level 3 rooster. You genius. You mad genius with the... Okay, well, you know what? I've gone on record many times saying I think a rooster is a great animal in this pack. Anything that's... When death touches around... Animals that spawn other animals are of the utmost importance. Now give me a 2-3 and a 1-4. And another 2-3 because levels are important. Okay, pass me. Let me be a miffed millionaire. That's how I always feel when people are like upset at F1 results. We must lose this. We must... lose this. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Next round, the cockroach starts to actually be useful. I would love to see animals we already have. I would even do a roll just to get there. And if that's not going to be the case, then so be it. Desync error. Okay, how about you give me a chinchilla? And then there's no reason to bake in basically anything because everything's going to get sold. So I guess we're just going to get a little bacon on our ants. It's either that or combine your marmosets, run a beaver. All of these decisions are poison in their own way. We win these, which is surprising in its own right. I mean, I think we've been holding our own on the weekly. This is like elite level gameplay right here. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm saying the only people who play the weekly this much, you know, it's fools like me that play too much of this game. Okay, right now, I think a camel has build a round ability. Let's not lose this round. Give ourselves the best chance possible to succeed by giving our camel a cupcake and hope we run into no meats. I see no meats. I see a crab that has not reached Genesis yet. It's wonderful news. We're still popping. I see a pillable ant, but I want it to not hit anything. I wanted to, hold on, buy this. If it hits that, it's okay. Sell me. And then sell me. Freeze me, freeze me. Sell me. I know this is, it's a spicy round. This is an important round. Pill me. Unfortunate, but acceptable. I would honestly say buy me. Buy me. And I know that this is hot, okay? Because you're going to be a 3-4 right now. And we don't have a whole lot of ballast on the squad. But I'm relatively happy with our long-term outlook. Our short-term outlook looks really bad unless we play against a garbage team, which did not happen. You're not even a 3-4, you're a 3-3. Yuck. That might be the kiss of death, but I honestly think we needed to do something to stay up. We have basically a 1 cost, 2 HP on a guaranteed unit. We have a 1 cost, 1/1 on everything. These are fantastic. Let's take a salad even. That's the kind of financials we get opened up to as a result. Camel should take this. I'm very content with the 4 squad here. I know how bad it seems, and garlic would have been nice as well, to be honest, but no, I'm very content. I'm very content with this. So now our crab is going to be a 5. Oh, because it copies health. It's going to be a 5-4. We went through all that for like no stat gain. That hurts. But you know what? I still think we're on the right track. We just got to pull out of the tailspin early. Very useful. 1 cost. Great stat boost. 1 cost. If that can't do it, like, nothing will. We level. It's on an even numbered round, which is not great. And we got an animal that's it's relatively useless for us, but that's okay. You know, I would add a bear if we have to. No, I'll add a frigate bird. But I was willing to add a bear if we had to. Just because 3-5 that passes some honey back. It does pass it forward as well. But 3-5 that passes some honey back. There's utility there. That's not so bad. We're going to crush this round. Now, our crab has had a lot of investment. We really would like it to level up. Otherwise, we've invested a lot into something that's pretty much useless. This is a nice buy. I don't really see a camel play working here. I've been unimpressed thus far with our armadillo. I think it's too late to make a rat pop. So we're going for a perspective roll. Freeze me. I want to see you next time. For 2 gold, I don't really care to see you, quite frankly. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a pair on you. I'm going to use a can. We'll buy a lynx next round. And we're basically wagering where we already have enough to win this one. Is that the case? I don't know. That's why the game's so interesting. Good. Good enough. It overwrote your honey badger. We got nothing to worry about. That's 4 wins. Okay. Now, I know you. I know what you do. Now, here's the thing. We don't have to buy you yet. We should probably sell you, and then maybe we'll take a cheap salad. But it's the normal price. Keeps buffing our cockroach, which does nothing for us. I'm telling you, 1 more crab, man. 1 more crab hits the freaking spot. I don't think we have enough to win this right now. Pay 3 gold for this. Next time we buy a can, we get an even cheaper lynx. It's a wager. It's a wager. The wager was really not good. That was bad wagering. Never gamble. But at least it's not that bad because we also get a sell and a sell. So we recover a little bit of that wasted gold. Then we get to buy a lynx for 1 gold. Yes, it's important. But also, like, the other thing that's very important for us is a goldfish. Or, sorry, a crab. Okay, I'm making a very spicy choice here. Food would probably be our best pickup for now. Honestly, I think we're probably super dead, but we try it anyway. The double lynx, each lynx is only doing 5 damage. So it's actually like it's a worse dolphin right now. But hey man, you can get lucky at all times. You can check out any time, but you can never leave. We're so lucky you're a level 1. That gets us the win. Respectability at 5, maybe. Maybe some. Cheaper. We still don't need you yet, though. We could roll to look for something more advantageous. Eagle's great, but we need something bigger. Cow is big enough to make a difference. Our level 1 camel is not getting us what we need. But okay, level 2. Now we're talking. With God as my witness, you're not going to see me do this too much. I'm selling a goldfish. I'm selling a cow. I'm buying a stegosaurus for a 10-10 buff. I think it adds more to our squad to have that. I'm not even freezing our cheap goldfish. I think it's too late to go in on a level 1. But I think this was our only way to make it past this. My meat. But wait, you're losing your green pepper. Is that bad? Okay, hold on. I have to look outside my window for just a moment. I'm just going to throw on a quick pause. We won. I don't believe it. Okay, pause me. Pause me. So I can't believe it, but here we are. We're still in the game after that insane turn. Tier 6, we want to see animals that make a big impact. Now, first things first. Now, you'll be generating... I mean, you'll be in basically a 1433. The crab has now reached some degree of utility. It's actually going to be even better because of the cow that we just bought. I do think that in almost every circumstance, you're going to want to see a walrus. A lynx level up, a potential camel level up. This seems okay to me. A lot of sniping, a lot of walruses. They're running a moose. There's your first mistake. My crab has been sniped before it could do anything. That one hurts. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. Okay. From the depths of despair, we get back to 7 wins. Unbelievable, by the way, what we just got here. Unbelievable. As much as we want our camel to level up, 2 death touch is the way. And then another level. And then I think you just keep these frozen, roll once. I couldn't... We may lose this round. It happens all the time. But I don't think we could have asked for a better shop at the very least. Please, please, the camel. Huge. Because we get out of it faster. We get out of it... If that... We won due to walrus luck. And I'll take that any day of the week. If it had not hit those units, I think we go down. Now, Stegosaurus, honestly, we could use it. We could use the support. We'd just like to see if there's Stegosaurus or chocolate. Camel. Okay, well, in that case, I'll take 2 camels. And we're poisoning ourselves for a beautiful, like, round 14 shop. The catch is we have to live through round 13. But I think there's a chance, man. Lynx is a bit of a weak link, and there's an obvious like bit of wordplay to do there that I'm going to spare you from. They have their own walrus, which seems horrendous to me. But our death touch actually popped off. Like that was, our camel did what it needed to do, and the death touch behind looks fantastic. I think you say no to the lynx. And you now just prepare for the only realistic levels you're likely to see. And like that's one. Another camel or some chocolate. Keep a steak just in case. A lynx. Okay, well we'll go steak on the walrus. If the walrus can 1-for-1 and create 2 death touch units, I feel really good. It has to. It's not gonna 1-for-1, but that's okay. We did kill the lionfish at the back, but they do have a level 3 rooster, which is I mean it's just insanely good. But we're gonna win. If you had told me at the start of this that this would have been our 10 win, I would not have thought it to be possible. But I'm happy we got there. Really good, honestly, really good. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And I'll see you next time. See ya!